Hello everyone, my name's Jack.
And I'm Elle. Welcome to our YouTube channel, 6 Months Lifestyle. This is our little dog Eric. He's also a huge part of the channel, and last time we did this we didn't introduce him, did we?
He wasn't here.
He wasn't, because we were in Spain, whereas we are actually in Leeds at the moment. So before we go into the video, we just wanted to give a brief summary about who we are and what we do. But today's video is going to be about our road trip and planning everything from start to finish, getting from the UK to Spain, because we're taking a different route this year.
If none of you have come across the channel before, the channel's all about us spending 6 months in Spain and 6 months in the UK, documenting the whole process of how we travel out to Spain, what we do when we're there, working remotely. Our intention long term is to actually live in Spain, but we're going to work our way up year by year, spending more and more time in Spain. Right, Elle's going to wing this bit.
Yeah, I'm going to wing this bit.
All right, so planning the road trip. Go, where are we going?
For 2025, we are taking a different route from Leeds to Estepona, Spain. Last year, we took the route from Leeds down to Folkestone, on the Shuttle, Calais, to Le Mans, through Le Mans to Bordeaux, to San Sebastian, Toledo. All together now, Granada.
And then Estepona.
Yeah. Estepona. So last year we took a route down this way. This year we are taking the route from Leeds, driving to Folkestone, the Shuttle, obviously to Calais. From Calais then we're driving to a place that is horrible to pronounce for English people, Reims, which I'm just going to call the Champagne region. Once we've been to the Champagne region...
We're stopping at Chateau. I don't know the location of that one.
No,
but we'll pop that up.
Yeah.
And then we've got a night there, and then we keep going south until we get to the border of France and Spain. We've got another country called Andorra. I think it's one of the smallest, is it that 8th smallest country in the world or something? We've got a really rubbish football team.
After that, after Andorra, we're going to Murcia.
Yeah, first stop is Murcia in Spain.
We're going to Murcia and then Tolox.
Yeah, which is kind of near Marbella, isn't it?
Yeah, staying there, and then it'll be Estepona. Okay, so before we even set off on the trip, there's still quite a few things that we needed to plan. There's obviously some things that we recognised from last year that we needed to change. One of those being the sound quality, but we've got some brand new wireless microphones. However, we need to get something else to put onto the GoPro, like a cage or something. We can do another little video if that's useful for anybody about how to attach them. At the moment, this is just being recorded on my phone. Hopefully the sound quality is pretty good on this video today. It's the first time we use them. The car, what did we learn last year about the car that we're changing?
Yeah, a couple of bits. The lights, I think we've got some automatic light settings which switch the beams onto the opposite side of the road, because we actually use the old school method of putting the stickers over the lights, and then we got told on a video, was it?
It was quite a few comments on
but there's a setting in the car just to do that automatically.
Yeah, we didn't know, so it's really helpful. So please do comment if there is ever anything that you think could be helpful. We need to still find the settings on the car, but
yeah, we've not done that yet.
Yeah, the number plate as well.
Yeah, well, you need to have a sticker on the back of your car saying UK when you're driving through France. We had this big sticker. And I don't know, it was a bit embarrassing.
Embarrassing?
I don't know, from the UK. So now we've just had we looked it up, and we just had a new number plate made with a Union Jack badge a bit more slyly on the end. It's not in your face as much, is it?
Yeah, a bit more discreet.
Yeah, it fits in better, so we're going to attach that to the car.
The other thing then that we needed to sort out this year, which we had to sort out last year, was obviously getting Eric's AHC, Animal Health Certificate. So excited for the trip. So this year I've used the same company as we used last year. They're really good because the second time you use them and you get another certificate through from them, they do actually do a discount. So sometimes it is worthwhile looking at independent vets as opposed to just your vets if you use, like, I don't know, Donaldson's or something, because you might be able to get a deal. And if you bring more than one pet, which Eric unfortunately doesn't have any siblings, Sorry, Eric. And they also do some discounts on that. So if you're traveling with a pet, some things that you will need to get, if you didn't already know, AHC, it's the Animal Health Certificate. Your dog also needs to have the rabies vaccination. If they've had the rabies vaccination, it's valid for like 3 years. They also need to have, on the way back, they need to have something else, don't they? Like
a certificate stamped or something, is it?
Certificate stamp,
Or
which was
filled in.
actually really quite difficult and confusing. I'm not really looking forward to doing that again this year, but we can document all of that as and when we get to it.
I'm going to talk you through our first part of the road trip. In a couple of weeks, we'll be setting off from Leeds city centre around 6 a.m. We'll have all the car packed the night before. We'll be getting up bright and early. It takes about 5 hours to get to the Shuttle, stopping off probably a couple of times, some wheeze and coffee shops, Costa coffee this time. Yes. When we arrive at the Shuttle, I think it usually takes around an hour getting Eric checked in like we did last time on our other video last year. Then we're going to load ourselves onto the train through the Channel Tunnel, arrive at Calais at the other end for around 1 or 2 o'clock, something like that. And then we have got, I'm going to guess because I'm not quite sure, maybe a 4-hour drive to Reims or Reims, however if we don't pronounce it, which is the Champagne region of France.
So when we get there, we are going to drop our bags and check in. We've got an Airbnb booked and we're staying for 2 nights because we really wanted to explore the area a little bit more. There's lots to see and do. We've booked a champagne tasting at the Ruinart Champagne House. Make sure if you are booking, you book in advance. We booked this months in advance and they were already getting booked up. So if you are going, book in advance, including dinners. I've already booked both of our meals out each evening because the places that look really nice that you might want to go to will get booked up.
We'll put the links in the description of the video.
We will put the links in the description of the video. Apart from that, I think we've obviously given ourselves a little bit of time, some free time there to sort of roam around, but you will see on the first video that we put up of the trip, obviously what we do get up to.
I think just another part to mention is we've had to specifically find accommodation that allows dogs, and that drastically reduces your pool of the search via Airbnb or booking.com.
Yeah.
But we still managed to find some quite good accommodation, haven't we?
The trip as well, Le Shuttle, you don't get massive discount from booking in advance. From our experience from last year, it was about the same price. But what you can do is use, if it's still available at the time you're obviously watching the video, there's Tesco Club Card and you can convert and change your points from Tesco Club Card to go towards your booking of Le Shuttle.
Another useful point about the Shuttle that I forgot to mention, there's like a VIP package which is practically double the price on the ticket, and it gives you access to the lounge, and it means that you can take whichever shuttle you want to take. So if you get there at a certain time, you can get on one of the first ones, I believe. What we found was if you just get the basic ticket, that is absolutely fine. And if you get there early and they have got slots on an earlier train, they'll actually put you on the earlier train anyway. So we wouldn't necessarily advise getting the more expensive ticket.
And the VIP, the lounge was just not, we didn't even really see what that was. We didn't think that was worthwhile either. When we got there was a Starbucks. You're not there that long. You're on the shuttle for like half an hour, so it's just worthwhile just getting there, getting a coffee, and then you're straight in the car, and then it's over and done
It's
with.
all very efficient. The next part of our journey, we'll be leaving Reims or Reims. We need to actually find out how we pronounce that. So the next part of our journey from Reims, we are travelling down to an area near Lyon, and it's a 7-hour drive.
It's not a 7-hour drive, it's a 5-hour drive, isn't it?
Oh yes, 5-hour drive. Cut, and it's about a 5-hour drive. And when we arrive, we've got a lovely chateau booked, and it looks very quirky. We need to get some pictures up or the link up on screen. There's a Michelin restaurant there, isn't there? But unfortunately,
There is. It's closed, I think, from Sunday to Tuesday. However, they have given us a really good recommendation. We hope it's a good recommendation of another restaurant nearby, so we have booked that again way in advance because it's about a 10-minute drive from the chateau and we just don't want to be caught without any dinner. Jack will know I love to book restaurants in advance because I find that a lot of the time when you've been driving for such a long time, the last thing you actually want to do is be sat on your phone scrolling trying to find decent restaurants for the entire evening and then to find out that they're booked up. So again, I would book in advance.
yeah, you do a good job of that.
I had. That's one of my jobs, isn't it?
We'll show you a video when we're at the chateau. And you'll all get to see what it's like. And what's the next part of our journey?
Once we leave the chateau, we're only staying there for one night. We are going to drive on to Andorra. Andorra is a 7-hour drive, so we always split the drive between the two of us. A little bit anxious about again this year is the toilets. There were some dodgy service stations last year, and a lot of them didn't have toilet seats. And things like that. So this is going to be interesting, but it's part of the fun. Andorra, we're going to be staying there for 2 nights. Now Jack can tell you a little bit more about Andorra because he's the geography boffin. I am not.
I don't know about that.
It's
Andorra is a place people usually go there to ski because it's quite mountainous. It's on the border of France and Spain, and it's its own country. It's got a very small population, but it'll be nice and hilly, and we'll have some good roads for driving. So looking forward for that.
I'm really actually quite excited to see it. It looks a little bit like where I hold my retreats in Bergamo in Italy, the style of the houses. I guess that's kind of the ski kind of.
Almost like an Austrian vibe as well,
Is,
I feel like from the pictures.
So we're not sure. We've not actually seen too much, but we've just seen that we would like to go. So we are staying there for 2 nights, and then we'll be heading on to our next location.
Yeah.
So after our 2 nights in Andorra, we're then going to jump in the car and head on to our next stop. We're staying in this place in the region of Murcia just for 1 night.
Yeah, small cottage.
Small cottage, and nothing really more to mention on that one.
No.
We're hoping that it'll be a little bit. We don't even know where we're going for dinner actually.
No, we don't. That's your job though.
I have to get that booked. That's just reminded me. Over to you. Where's next?
You've forgotten, haven't you?
No, I know where we're going.
I do. Yeah. Tolox, which is a small town near Marbella, north of Marbella, inland of Marbella. I don't know how long it takes to get there though on this stint. Is it 5 hours-ish, I'm thinking?
I think it's about 5 hours.
We're actually there for 5 days, aren't we?
I think we are.
Yeah, we're there for
4
5 days. In this, it seems to be quite a rural farmhousey type 2-bedroom bungalow. It looks really nice.
It does. It looks like there's actually quite a lot of space that Eric can probably be playing out in the garden or the whatever's outside there. It's always quite hard to judge from Airbnb photos, but it does look really nice. This year we have also decided to take a little bit longer. Unless you stop over for 2 nights, you don't really get to see it unless you spend a little bit more time there. Otherwise you're literally getting in, getting up, getting out for the next stop.
Yeah, and we quite like exploring the places we go to.
Yeah. So we're going to get into Estepona. We'll get everything from our storage unit, get unpacked, and then we'll be in Estepona for probably over a month.
When we arrive in Estepona, we are pretty much going to be living and working there, keeping our businesses going remotely.
So that's the end of the planning part of our trip. If there's anything that might be helpful that you want to know, any questions, if there's something that you feel you might want to let us know that's helpful, please pop it in the comments, and we will always read and reply and listen to anything that you've got to say. So on that note, we're going to leave it there, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.